Hey guys, so it's the next day. It is 2 o'clock. I just got back from running some errands and I unplugged the pyrometer or removed the pyrometer. We are just above 75, barely at 100. So it's cool enough to open. I cracked the lid, but it's really already cooled down. So we are ready to go. I'm going to place you guys on this tripod and see what's inside and hope that we don't have any disasters in there. Let's see. Okay, so far the first shelf's looking good. Okay, you guys. We got, I don't know why it bent that way. It's definitely a cone 505 here. We've got, 5. So 05, 04. So I don't know if that's a full 04, you guys who are experienced. I would think that that is almost 04. Here I was thinking that I overfired and I couldn't see this because the peephole was so bright. And I couldn't see the cones last night once it got to the temperature. But I know the pyrometer said 1948, which is a cone 4, but I could have gone a little bit longer. According to this, I think that this is like a half, not a full 04. So let me know what you guys think on what that is and if this is okay. I assume that that's a safe zone temperature, that these pieces will be okay. They look okay. This is my hand-built Okay, sorry guys, I had a little interruption, but I am back and this is a hand-built slab. As you can see, it did kind of slant a little. I don't know if this was in the kiln that it happened or before and I just didn't notice it when it was drying. It was probably when it was drying and I just didn't really notice it, but I don't mind it. It's still cute. This is, when it's sitting, let's see if I could show you. When it's sitting, it's kind of got a slant in both the front and the back. And it kind of gives it a little personality. I don't know if it's too far over there, but over here. Oh my goodness. It's just not perfect. I would definitely want that to not happen in the future, but it's still cute. And, it'll lean a little bit, or maybe you could put more than one sponge here. But this is what do we call this? A tester. A little bit cracky here on the connections, but because I was rushing, I did this greenware with the glaze for the first time. So this is my first time doing this and it didn't explode. It didn't really crack anywhere. It's just, a little bit of this here that might have actually been before I put it in the kiln, but it could have also been after. I just don't recall noticing, the little cracks here. So that's the only thing that went wrong here and it still looks decent, but I might have to discount this piece a little bit less than what I wanted to sell it for just because of a little bit of its wonkiness and malfunctioned cracks in the front. Okay, this was another hand-built sponge holder. This was a little star that I molded. And this is a cottontail white Mako Stroke and Coat. And then this is the new Blick yellow. And I'm happy with this. This is cute. So I usually make the big opening in the front. And then that way, this gives it a little bit more opening. But I'm just, sorry. Almost. I'm nervous. This is another one. This one is more closed on one side than the other. I think that was not intentional. It just kind of shifted in the process. But it's still cute. Don't see any cracks on these. This came out pretty decent. Inside looks nice. I definitely can see, I don't know if you call this crazing or where the glaze doesn't stick. Whatever that is. It didn't do it so much on this side. There's a little bit of like some kind of crackling, like some spots that cracked. I'm crazed a little bit. I think it's called crazing. I'll get the right term, post it later. But this part, I think I just missed glazing that. The good thing is that, again, I could still sell these. I'll discount them because these are not for drinking out of. So even with the little imperfections, I could still sell these at a discount and just say, you know, hey, these are flawed pieces on discount. Maybe someone will still buy them. So unfortunately, I personally don't like those two green pieces. But here we go. This is a nice one. Okay, I don't see any issues with this. This is a nice fat one. I haven't done a chunky one yet. I'm calling this a chunky sponge holder where probably fit about 3 sponges in here. It's a nice little shell starfish, I mean, on both sides. Yeah, that one came out nice. No issues on that. All right, this is my first time ever making a spoon rest. I've never made one. I've seen them made, and I guess I wanted to try it. I just rubbed that because I felt like a speckle, and it did come off, but I'm keeping this one for myself. This was just a tester, so I don't mind that, but I could also re-glaze it and fire again if I really wanted to fix that little speck that just pulled off. So there's a little bit of pinhole there, and this particular thing that something happened with the clay that happened there. But not too bad. Not too bad. It didn't explode or go crazy with the greenware and the glaze. Okay, this is a Mako Stroke and Coat as well. And that's cute. Just a little, like a saucer bowl, whatever you want to use it for. It's cute. Came out nice. I don't see any issues inside. No splitting or cracking or malfunctions. All right, so I'm going to pause you guys and get to unloading all these pieces off here. Okay, moving on. We're going to open up the shelf here. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. I'm going to pause because I got to, hold on. I keep trying to put things on the chair that's got this cell phone mounted onto the chair, and every time I touch the chair, it's wiggling. So I had to undo that real quick. Okay, so this was a refire. It was originally, oh, what is this? Okay, it was originally a matte black, and it looked great, but it had a lot of issues where I just felt like it needed something. But for some reason, even though everything looks almost, I think there's white cakey stuff from the kiln wash on the shelves. It's coming off on here for some reason. Somehow, by adding the gloss, I don't know why, what do we call this? I mean, I would say pinholing, but it wasn't like this before. It was underglaze, and then as soon as I put the clear on and fired it, all of a sudden now the black is completely gone, and there's, I could see the clay through it like a hole. So, and it did it on the inside in here too. I don't know if you could see it inside, but there's a bunch of specks inside. So I'm going to have to redo this again. Otherwise, it is so cute. I love the glossiness to it. But yeah, unfortunately, I have to retry this again with filling this in. I don't know what will cause that. All right. Number 2, keep these all in one line. This is the second line. We're lining up all the pieces by shelf on the table. Me and my son, he's helping me. Okay, this is a little sponge holder. This came out great. This was thrown on the wheel. Did a little moon man and a star plain on the back. This is perfect. No flaws. This is also a greenware piece, a one fire. So that's 2 successful pieces from my one firing. You keep that on this row, okay? All right, here is a, this was a bisqueware, not a greenware. And I tried the new Blick green that we've been using on the greenware as well. And this looks really nice. No issues, no pinholing. We are good. Beautiful. I love that color. It's very like got that minty Easter feeling. Oh, I want to save this for last, but let me look at this. Okay, so this is the second shelf. We definitely have a cone 4 on the second shelf, so that's a good thing. It went to exactly where we needed to. It looks like the cones were lined up better where they actually melted over, not hitting each other. So this is a definite cone 04. All right, I'll save that for last because that's my incense holder. This is, wow, you guys, this is a first fire greenware glazed. I'm just observing. I've never made a mug like this before. It's very new to me. It's definitely got more of a hand-built, flawed look, which I did on purpose. I did this mold here with the speckled cottontail and the yellow from Blick, and this is Mako Stroke and Coat. This is Blick as well, and I'll have to show you guys later after this opening the glazes that I got from the Blick store and what colors I got. But yeah, I'm liking this little slab built. Just trying something new, seeing how it feels. Doesn't look like it has any kind of pinholing or glaze issues. It's just a tiny bit here, but it doesn't bother me. It's so little. And I love this hand. And there's a little bit of some markings inside. Can't tell if that's like cracks inside. I have to feel and test that out. I think there might be a little cracking on the inside. If anything, I might reglaze and refire it. If there's cracks down there, I can't tell, but it feels like there's some cracks in there, but I can't tell if that's just like a dip from the clay being cracked prior to it, or if it actually cracked. So I'll have to get a second opinion on that one to show my potter friends. Might have to retry firing this just to seal in those cracks, or just maybe use this as a planter if all else fails. It's cute. All right, and now one of my favorite pieces. Okay, this was a design that I created for mushrooms. So you got the 4 little mushrooms here, and then the tray, and then I put a hole here for the incense and a hole here. So it's a double incense stick holder. And then also you can put whatever you want in here, whether it's a tea light or a cone or any kind of incense that you have. But yeah, basically it's got 2 holes for the sticks here, and I love the way the mushrooms turned out. This is beautiful. This was some type of crystal gems, low fire glaze. It does have a little bubbling here, but it's sealed. It's just a little bubbling. Probably something with the clay having specks in it or something. But it's not open or like a wound. It's just a bump. So it looks okay. And even still, it's not a food platter. So because it's an incense platter, it can probably get away with that. It's not that bad. But this is so pretty. And then the bottom, I just can't remember what color I put under here. But it's definitely like a purple. It came out pretty good. Got my little logo on the bottom. But I'm happy with this. Definitely has room for improvement, but this is a first try of making like a platter type incense holder with cute little mushrooms. Beautiful. I love it. Okay, I'm going to pause you guys to undo the shelf. Okay, shelf is removed. Let's see what we got here. So far, so good. All right, let's see. The cone here is different. We've got uneven firing. So that means bottom shelf is not firing to temperature, and possibly the top shelf is not firing to temperature. So we're getting uneven readings on this kiln. Many reasons that could be happening. Obviously, we got a cone. Let's see. Yeah, this is the 5. So 05, 04, this was my goal. But we got an 05 and 03 did not move. So we didn't overfire. We didn't fire where we wanted. We underfired on the bottom shelf. So I don't know how to go about fixing that other than maybe, testing out element issues. Maybe the elements are obviously having problems on the bottom. So let me know in the comments what you guys think, how you would fix an issue like this where the shelves are not firing evenly. They're definitely getting a lower fire on the bottom, which I think is common, but it's usually that the top, I believe, would overfire. Okay. Oh no, we gotta... It's perfectly glued onto the cookie. And it looks like the bottom kind of Something happened with the bottom where it kind of melted, and then also the glaze stuck to the bottom. I don't even think it's worth trying to tap this to break it. It's almost like just for myself to keep the cookie on and use it in the house for something. Maybe put some felt over it. I don't know. This is a damaged. The coloring's not so bad. I don't even remember what I put on this, to be honest. I can't even remember what this was. It's pretty, whatever it is. Yeah, I don't remember what I glazed this with. It could be, I'm thinking if this is low fire. I don't know what this is. I don't have a low fire that looks like this. It makes me wonder if I put the wrong glaze on it. Like, I'll have to think back what this is exactly and how it got this way. It kind of looks brown with some like blues or whatever. But either way, it's pretty coloring, whatever I did. And I think I did put, I think this is a low fire crystal something at the studio where I'm taking classes, open studio. But yeah, I mean, if I would have put this up on a still, it might have prevented the cookie from sticking. However, the way that the glaze down here kind of looks like it sunk in, it might have had some melting issue there. I don't know what all went on here. But it's still cute. I might keep it as a planter or something I want to put on the desk because it'll still scratch. So unless I sand this, I can't sell this piece. But sometimes we get these problems, right? Right, Ethan? They don't always work out. All right, this is a bisque that a little girl, Gabrielle, did. She's just learning some pottery with me. And this is her little bisque basket tray. And then, ooh, okay. There we go. That came right off. Whew, that's good. Okay, so this is a little incense holder. Now, this is going to hold a little stick. I have to check and make sure that it's still going to fit now that I've fired it. Hope that the hole doesn't close up. And if it does, I could probably drill it out, but I think it'll be fine. But it came out pretty cute. This little crystallized brownish mushroomy tray. Happy with that. You like that one, Ethan? Yeah. Aw, little trinket tray or cup. It's a cute little. Watch the you're shaking the camera, baby. Don't touch it, okay? All right, so this doesn't look like it has any issues. Cute little, very tiny mug. All right. Oh, okay. This is another cute crystal one that I did in the studio. Pink with some crystals. I did pink on the inside and the outside, and then I put the rim on the outside of the crystal gems. Can't remember what the coloring was, but it's pretty. I like it. Could definitely sell that one. All right, let's see. Okay, this is a yellow. Sometimes I forget to get to them in time or leave them uncovered by accident. They dry too fast, and then I have to write my name on because the stamp would probably break it. But got a little bit of like a crystal snuck in there that's not supposed to be there, but it's still cute. Nice speckled look to it. And clay gave it a speckled look. Nice blick yellow. Ah, definitely got the Easter vibes going on with these colors. Okay, another good successful piece that I forgot to stamp in time, but that's okay. It looks nice. No pinholing or issues. Nice little trinket dish or bowl, mini bowl. All right, and last but not least, one stick incense holder. You see the little hole there? The pretty blick. Actually, this isn't blick. This is, sorry, the kids are coming home from school on the bus. They are so loud. Every time they walk by, they're screaming something. But yeah, I like the way this came out. This is going to be just a nice little pink girly piece to put your incense in. And or tea light across with your incense, whatever you prefer. But it's got the little stick. I'll test that out later.
Look.
Okay, guys, so that's it. I got to vacuum my shelves, clean up the cookies, and yeah, just kind of think about looking at all these pieces of which ones I was going to sell, and if I do, if I'm discounting them, and which ones I had to refire. Definitely going to refire this one. This was a loss. What else was a loss? This was kind of a loss, but I'm just going to use this in my own kitchen. I might just reglaze it or
Mom?
just try again. I don't know.
Mom?
I could use that in my kitchen the way it is. And
Are we gonna do this one?
Working on some designs this
Are
year.
we gonna do this one?
I can sell it, but it has some crazing issues. These two bumblebee ones, I guess it's crawling or crazing. I don't remember what it's called, but definitely had issues with that particular one.
And I want.
It didn't seem to do it as much on the other side, but it still did it. It could be, I don't know what would cause it. You know, why would it happen on this and not this? Like, I did these the same time, approximately the same time. It did the same thing on here, but not as bad, just like in some parts. And with different glazes, it could also be like maybe I missed parts of the glaze. But that, I don't think I missed that, to be honest. I think that crawled or crazed or whatever you call that, where it moves when it's in the kiln. This one came out decent. Like, I don't see any, maybe just, yeah, even there, I think it's okay. That one came out good. Maybe I just put extra glaze on here. I'm pretty sure I did 3 coats, 3 to 4 coats. I'm just disappointed about those little lines inside there. They're kind of, they feel like they're open, but at the same time, they might be filled in. So I don't know how I can test that other than putting a drink in it. But I don't know. It feels like when I run my nail across it, only one really has like that chippy feeling, like it could be actually cracked open. So for this one, I don't know. I might just make it like a planter. But it was a good test. I'm not too fond of these colors together. And I'm kind of not too fond of like the thickness of how the glaze goes over my molds. It's okay, but it just, I want to see more detail and probably just stick with like the under glazing. I'll probably do these in the future without rushing, because I rushed this batch trying to do the sale tomorrow, where I will bisque fire these first and then do the detailed under glazing, and possibly even a third coat, like do 3 firings where I glaze them after they've been bisque fired twice. I don't know. I have to make a decision on how many fires I want to do, because I could bisque them and then underglaze them and then put a clear coat on them. But sometimes when you mix the clear over the underglaze, it tends to cause smearing, smudging issues. So my son and I were just talking about how this is his favorite piece, and I was showing him the flaws that I had with the, again, if you know what that's called, pinholing or crazing or crawling. Something happened where originally I had underglazed this, low fired with the underglaze all black, and it had a matte black finish to it. And then I was going to sell it with another set, a white hat that I did, and that was also glazed white. And my aunt wanted to possibly get the pair of these if they were both glazed. So I put the glaze, I actually did a second black underglaze first, and then the clear coat, and then fired it again on a low fire. And that's when this happened. So I think a part of me wants to refire this and just try again. But the more I fire this, the more potential issues it will cause. So maybe taking your consideration of suggestions, I was thinking just putting a black marker to it and calling it quits and just giving her the hat as is because it's beautiful, minus covering that up with black. It's got imperfections, but I'll see what you guys think and maybe what she thinks as well as far as do I try again, fire it a third time, or leave it be. So let me know what you guys think. Um, I'm going to say, besides the witchy hat, this is by far my favorite. I like how the mushrooms with the crystal on the top came out. It's just a cute color, and the purples. Very whimsical, fairy-like look to it that I was going for. So I'm probably going to do a couple more pieces like this. I'm going to try different designs and different colors, but I like the double-sided incense holder here. I'm going to make a bunch of different incense designs and try to make them whimsical, nature-like, fairy tale style. And eventually I'm going to have some dragons, like a dragon line, because I'm a big dragon fan. This is very plain, but I wanted to just try doing some incense stuff plain and seeing how they go. And yeah, what's your vote? Is it worth this piece as plain as it is? Maybe decorating it with some gold luster, or would you say try again, make something nicer? Because this is a earthenware with some grittiness to it. You can see the bumps and a little bit of, not pinholing, but a little tiny bit, like it might be pinholed. You got some white spots there, but a lot of it's grit, and there's like maybe 2 or 3 pinholes. So, I mean, some people like that look. Let me know, would you leave this as is and just sell it as a simple piece, or would you put some mother of pearl or gold luster on it? I feel like maybe just selling it as is because I don't like the pinholing, but then again, I think if I did attempt to refire this with something on top, it would fill in those pinholes. So any suggestions you guys have for that one? Do the same there. And also, what are your suggestions if you do get these? Because like certain types of clay with the gritty, you're going to get some of these like uneven areas of lots of grit and stuff, and like that right here, that feels like a pinhole to me. It's like the only one that I see and that I can see and feel. The rest is good. It's just all covered up. Grittiness. See how gritty the bottom is? I guess you would call that, what do you call that they put inside the clay? Grog. It's like a grog that's in it. Sorry if my nails are hideous. I have not taken care of myself. I've been busy crafting. But yeah, I'm loving this piece. It's cute. I've got a little Easter feeling going on the table. I was just trying out some new glazes from Blick. This green one, this pink one. I think, oh yeah, the yellow. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Thank you for sticking around this long if you're still here. And yeah, I can't wait to learn and do another bisque firing and glaze firing again and show you guys how I progress and how I make some designs. I'm really trying to be like a professional gift shop type setting where the aesthetic is a good color scheme or at least matching theme. And over time, you'll see my improvements and always making mistakes. And I appreciate you guys being on my journey. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you guys next time.